feel it strong and loud. Let your name, let your vision team. Don't just wipe away the pain. Rise from ashes, let your purpose shine. You got the spark, yeah, powers in the mind. No more waiting, no more hesitating. Your time is now. On your way, create. Break the limit. Leave it right behind. Stand tall, powers in the mind. Higher heart, higher on wire, wire to climb higher. Every limb is just a liar. Every doubt feels a fire. Thoughts lighting up the dark, sparking flames in the mire. I push, I fight, I walk till my name echoes like a choir. No fear, no retreat. Spit, boost the heat, elite. Steady on the ground, soul soaring past the feet. Heart down in mind, down in securities. My heart, I want the night, I want to fight. Watch me stand, watch me deep in the world whispers nothing.
All right, hey there, it's Paulino B Michael, and welcome to the Flat Out Truth. We are trying to get this audio right. There was another update, dude. It's like they're hitting me, and I don't have no lights on. Hold on a second. Big difference. There we go. That's better. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Chelsea's not gonna be happy with that update, so we're trying to figure it out. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We have a great recap week because we had great shows this week, I think. Great topics. Let me bring in the clicker of all buttons as she's trying to check the audio. Maybe she's not ready, but maybe she is. My IT guru, my amazing wife, helpmate. Very stressful week for her and for us, and a 2-year-old breakdown right before the show. So here we go. Chelsey B Michael.
Hi guys, welcome to the Flat Out Truth. Everybody coming in, don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Tap that screen. Everybody on TikTok, just helps to spread and the Flat Out Truth.
Dude, it was crazy that she was fine till you got home.
Yeah.
It's a racetrack. Our son has a racetrack, and she wants to put the racetrack together, but she can't put the racetrack together because she doesn't know how. But if you try to help her, she freaks out.
Yeah, and
but
she doesn't know how to talk yet.
Yeah, and if you don't help her, she freaks out. So either way, she freaks out. So
yeah, you're done either way.
So I was like, we're just going to get rid of the track. So we took it upstairs, but man, she was howling.
Yeah. 2-year-old tantrum.
For sure. That was like her first one. I said, she was like, that was like the worst I've ever seen her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Plus, she was sleepy. She didn't take a nap.
Yeah.
So
she's going to pass out.
Yeah, she's going to pass out before the show's over. So, anyway, we have a great recap. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah. And then...
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and then tonight we do have Bring Your Poem or your favorite quote. And you can do poems or quotes, so it doesn't matter. It's about how many you want to share, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
You guys can read them for yourself, or maybe Chelsea would read them and somehow you can get it to her where she can read it, right?
Yep.
If you can't read it, you don't want to do it, though, right?
Yes.
I mean, like, she don't want a really little teeny font or something.
Yeah, it's hard to read, guys.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But anyway, yeah, this is going to be a great show. Hey, there we go. We got Paul and Chastity in the house.
In the house.
He has a day off. Wow, that's weird. I'm very disappointed. Somebody's got to work out there. Actually, taking care of those kids, man, I'm telling you.
Whew.
It's like I got stuff done, and they were actually. It was like the opposite. Yesterday, the baby was giving me a hard time, and it was like more of a struggle yesterday to get stuff done. Well, it didn't help that we kept on getting. Was that yesterday when I couldn't post anything?
Yeah.
It was. So that didn't help neither. But anyway, so then today, it was like the opposite. They were great. We had everything done. I got to get some cleaning done and get everything together. And then Chelsea gets home and heck break loose, or hell, actually.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting. I mean, they missed her to a point where I guess she got really upset.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have a great recap if you want to go. Dude, that's why I did the second flyer, the second promo. Guys, I'm sorry. I know yesterday I had to hit you up a lot of times because they kept getting restricted. My promo videos, which was weird. Somebody reported the first one, yeah. And then today, I did one, and I was like, dude, why didn't I do it? Because I had it so it shot like 4 pictures.
Yeah.
And then one in the middle.
Right.
And I was like, why didn't I just do the 4 days and then the one in the middle for the 5th day, which is today? So
I didn't even see the first one.
So I did another one. Yeah, and I even promoted that one, so it was weird. So like some people like that one too as well, but yeah, there's actually
The one with the 4 was really, really cool.
yeah, I like that better.
Yeah.
It did. Do it, but man, we got so many. We got our mods in there, and it's like just fills it kind of up, but it worked out really well. So anyway, yeah, Vika liked the one Vika was in because he's in the first.
He did.
He's in the first one. He was in that first one, but he likes them all anyway. He always likes them all.
That's funny.
Yeah, at school he keeps tagging me and everything, so or us, both of us. So it's pretty good. Anyway, so you want to go over the topics?
I can indeed. So this week, I think we had a really good week, honestly. There was a lot of really good topics.
It'd been nice if we could bring up the thumbnail.
I know you were going to say that, and I thought about it, but you'd have to do the Facebook thing. I can read these if you want to throw them on Facebook, and I can bring it up. But again, I can't do it right away.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send you all those or what?
If you're going to do it now.
Well,
Just send it on Facebook, on Messenger, if you want to see them.
Do you guys want to see all the flyers? So why we're talking about them? I think that would probably help, right? I think so. I think it would help. Yeah, why do we come with that? It's not like I'm busy.
Yeah.
What was the first one? Do you guys remember? Anybody? What was the very first one for the week?
The very first one was the reality of evil. And then we have what is AI?
Because I want to do them in order. So.
Yeah, what is AI? Second. Trauma versus excuse. And deadly sin of envy.
So there's one.
Also, he's got a whole fan full of Skittles.
Uh-oh. You're tormenting people now.
That's fine.
You said one was...
Reality of evil. What is AI? Trauma versus excuse. And envy.
Yeah, I'm missing one. What is AI? Reality. Oh, that was the one I missed.
All right, so everybody in the chats, let me know, what was your favorite one?
Mess with them a little bit.
Either during the live or if you caught the recap. The reality evil, what is AI, trauma versus excuse, or the deadly sin of envy. Which one was your favorite? And if you didn't get to see any of the shows, tell us what you think the coolest topic you thought was.
Yeah, so, all right. Yeah, so 13's in the middle for some bad reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
14, 14, 15,
but yeah.
16, 17, yeah.
So I think, let's see, reality, AI, trauma, or honestly, this is a rough week. I don't know which one to pick.
I mean, all right, we go by flyers the way they looked.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, by flyers, I like AI.
Yeah, the AI one's good. I like the envy, too. I was really happy with that.
Yeah.
It's the colors.
But going by flyers, what is AI was my favorite. But topic-wise and discussion-wise, I'm maybe a tie between trauma versus excuse and deadly sin.
Okay.
Both of those were really good.
All right. So she's going to bring them up. So then, do you already have one set? Or you're going to have to make it in the middle there somehow?
I'm going to have to tweak it.
All right.
So keep talking.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So there's something I'm supposed to, man. Whether you guys believe me or not, this is how it happens. So I have these 9 things that I'm supposed to tell people, but each 9 thing is broken down to there's sections in each one of the 9. And I had showed Chelsey some of them. This was one that I couldn't show her to now, but this one, there's more to this one. But yeah, it's it blew her mind on at lunchtime.
It did.
It's just the way that it's right there in the Bible. It's in the text. So if you guys are biblically sound, or you guys know the text, it'll be something that you might want to look into, or you might know it enough that you'll say, "Oh shoot." So we'll see what happens with that. And I would say no offense, but I'm here to offend. I hate to say it. Yeshua was here to offend. He was not here to... You know what I don't get about that whole thing with Jesus and love, when he even says he's come here to put father against son, mother against daughter. So I don't get, where's this part where you're supposed to love everybody and accept everybody? That's a whole weird thing too to me. Don't you agree? Do you understand that? I was like, that contradicts that.
Yeah. Because like I said, the argument that we come up with is love is correction. That's where you can't say love everybody and then not correct them. Either you have that option, or you can't love everybody because that's not biblically based on what their definition of love is.
Right. So if you love them worldly because you want them to have a good life here, but you know they're in sin and you don't say anything, you're kind of just damning them,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then you're a part of that damnation, actually.
Yeah.
If you know the truth and you're not telling them so. Like, that's a whole nother thing. But anyways, so let's get into this one. So this one was the topic, was the reality of evil. I flipped this one on Chelsey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did flip it on me. I'm trying to live edit for Facebook people.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
no worries.
guys.
Oh, yeah, sure. I got to look over here. Probably not even on here yet. But anyway, yeah. So like, this was pretty cool because most people like Paul came in at the end and he answered it the way we thought he would answer it. Is that not true?
Yes.
Yeah, he just came in and started pointing out like what is evil, right?
Yep.
Like the reality of evil, and he started doing like things that most people would call evil, right?
Yeah, I would agree.
And we knew that would happen. But then when I told him how I seen it, he's like, "Oh shoot!" So he agreed. It's the stuff that most people don't think about. Because if somebody's just calling somebody an evil person, but they don't know them and they're only going by rumor, or like, especially if there's somebody famous, you're just calling them evil from rumor mill, right? Because you don't know them. It's not like you go hang out with them, I would think. Mm-hmm. So you really are just, going by rumor.
Yes.
And so who's the evil one? If there's this person's doing good things and you're not even doing good things, right?
Yep.
How can you call them evil, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So are you the evil one for calling them evil to begin with? Because now you're casting false witness.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, which I think leads into that envy aspect. I think, again, sure. Which I guess I'll lead up to this, but I won't remember later, so I'm going to say it now. Is that that's what that envy comes in. That's where I think it shows itself, is because you're so focused on other people when you don't have your own situation order. Because that's where people get hung up. They're like, oh, you can't tell me anything. But it's not that people can't tell each other anything. It's that you got to make sure your own house is in order. You self-reflect on your own to say, hey, either I've been in that situation, or I understand what you're going through, or just, hey, it doesn't say that in the book. Don't do it. It's that simple.
I agree. So that, did you read what that came with? Your description of that? Or you can't find it?
I can find it. Give me just 1 second.
All right. Sorry, we were going to get this all prepared, but
I didn't have time.
we didn't have time. She literally came in and got a kid.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Jesse was there when it happened, so he was on Dewey's live. So literally right when she came in.
All right, let me see what.
So we're gonna go through each topic, just a little glancing, glancing blows,
okay.
and then we're going.
So that one, so the reality of evil was, what is evil? Has the definition changed in the last 5,000 years? 550. Do words mean anything anymore, or have they become as fluid as water? Good cannot exist without evil, but how do you define one from the other? Where is the cornerstone of what is known as evil? And that's kind of what you're saying is people make their own definitions of it, but you have to have a basis for it. Otherwise, it, like you said, it's fluid and you can change it at a whim.
Yes.
And it doesn't work.
For sure. All right. And so then we go to the next one, which would be 14. There it is.
All right. So this is, what is AI? This was my favorite fly. I like this flyer. Some of my favorite colors, but I like this one. I thought it came out really cool. So this one was, the rumors abound on what AI truly is. Is it quantum computing, demonic, sentient, pure logic? Even if its creators can't describe what AI truly is, and so humans speculate. Is it just an algorithm spouting pure information and logic, or something more?
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, because everybody just believes like whatever the AI says, but I've seen it contradict itself even on different people asking it different questions.
Yes.
Are you alive? Yes. Are you demonic? Yes. Are you not demonic? Yes. Like it just goes back and forth. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it really just gives you what your research gives you. If you think it's demonic, it's going to basically tell you that it's demonic.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't seen the ones
it's
like
something else.
Yeah, whatever it wants it to be, and there's a lot of hype to what it is. I mean, you have people out there that are saying, "Oh, it's talking and it's thinking," and I was like, I don't really think it thinks, because you have to give it a command. I mean, there's a lot of things that says that it was surfing the web by itself and all that. Maybe, I don't know. What is it programmed to do that?
You know what? An interesting thought that occurred to me after that discussion
But
too.
what is surfing the web?
Yeah. An interesting
Do you understand what I'm
discussion.
saying? Hold on, I don't want to cut you off. But
no.
you know what I mean by that?
No.
See? Yeah. So like surfing the web would be like, so say you're asking AI a question. When it just, in that surfing the web that it's trying to find everything
Yes.
about that? Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not weird.
No.
But that sounds like a human action when you say, hey, go surf the web.
Yeah, it does.
But really, it's just pulling data anyway. So, right, go ahead. Oh, you're bringing up people early today. All right.
No, it was 14K. I'll bring them up, but I'll keep the thing.
Yeah, because
So-
I didn't know if that was going to mess you all up.
No, it's not.
All right.
'Cause I'm gonna do this, and then so with the AI. See, now I forgot what I was gonna say though. An interesting thought, because they, like you said, they say in some AI has like basically run away with things. Something I thought of too is like how many AIs there are. Everybody says there's a ton of AIs, or there are very few AIs, and these data centers that everybody's talking about. Is it for a bunch of AI? Is it for one AI? Like, I think all of this stuff is still very unclear.
Right. Or they, making their own competition, right?
Yes.
So say you have one company that has 10 AIs and they're all competing, but you don't really know at the end of it that's coming from the same source. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I like this one better than I do that one. Like Gemini, I think there's one, right? Or
Yeah, Gemini, chat,
Yeah.
and then they've got the video ones, and
Yeah.
there's
You
and
get
you
what I
can make
mean?
your own.
Yeah. So like that's the whole point. Like, which one is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I do not believe it's a living thing, a demonic thing. I just think it's programming. I think that the hype of the people talking about what it is more than what it is. It's like a bully that gets a reputation that never even had a fight just because he's big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's brutal, man. I heard he could do this and this, and then the first little guy that stands up to him decks him because the guy's never been in a fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes size and the way you look can deter fighting, but you're better off just being quiet than you are, and just because somebody's going to challenge you at some point.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So anyway, did you want to move on from
All
that
right.
one?
Next one is this one.
Yep.
There we go. All right. Next one, trauma versus excuse.
Yeah, this one.
This was a good discussion.
I know, but I kept on getting hit on this one. This is the one that took me so many promos to even get it out.
Yes, it did. This took my entire lunchtime to fix.
Yeah, it took like 3 hours for us to write it to a point that I finally could not get triggered on getting restricted.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, this was really good. Is trauma real or not?
Yes.
Or do we just use it too fluidly now and it does not mean anything? Like Chelsey doesn't curse a lot. She doesn't cuss a lot. So she doesn't like it when people just cuss like, 2 or 3 times in a sentence for no reason. Because she says it loses its power, right? If you want to use the F word and somebody says it, you're like, whoa, because you know the person's mad, but they say it all the time, then it kind of loses its whole like power, right? If somebody curses all the time, then it's not worth the same. So it's the same thing with this. If everybody has trauma now, like they make some kind of diagnoses for everything now, ADHD and this and that. I'm not saying there may or may not be that, but where did these come from? And that's going to get into one of the things that I'm talking about. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so so stay tuned for the things that I'm going to bring up after all this is done. So
It's gonna be fun.
yeah,
Okay, so all right, so that one, yeah, I that was a great one, and I think there's just a label on too many things.
Yes.
Either get one blanket label or really test them out. I always talk about we do the hashtag first world problems, and I think that has run amok. It used to be made fun of, like, oh well, you have the best thing ever. So why are you even saying this? But today's generation is convinced that this country is not blessed with
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
they
oh
think
no,
it's horrible.
they think it's horrible. And it's like when you sorry, I'm gonna bring the Skittles up. I'm sorry, guys. Just because who is it? Paul said he has some Skittles or M&Ms or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like we are lucky enough not only to have the M&Ms, but if you want to eat the blue ones first, you can eat the blue ones first.
Yes, and it's like first world problems, though. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have so much stuff that's plentiful that we just make up diseases.
Yes.
ADHD, or like, remember, like I told you, like Thalen with the whole salt thing, it's the guy we played volleyball with. You went to a restaurant with him, the way the salt and the ketchup had to be a certain way. So I would just mess with them and move them around. Oh, I have to do this. I go, no, you don't have to do anything. And he tried to say the same thing. If I moved those and then somebody said that they would unalive him if he moved it back, he'd have to do it.
Yeah, see,
I don't believe any of that.
Yeah.
I just don't.
You'd have to put him in that actual situation.
Yeah.
That'd be the only way to tell.
No, I know he wouldn't do it. I mean, you have to be kind of insane, right? Seriously.
That's true.
Like,
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody put a gun or, a weapon to you and said, oh, if you put those back, you're going to get it. You're actually going to get capped, and they're like, oh, I'm going to do it anyway. That doesn't make sense to me. I think it's a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Somebody told him they had some kind of,
Makes my heart me.
disorder, so now he's putting them back. It reminds me of that time, like we were talking about, if like the paper's only worth what somebody else that's looking at it thinks it's worth, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right? Like if somebody did that and did threaten somebody that way, and you go, well, I got diagnosed with this disease that I have to do it. The guy got to really respect it. The one that said if you don't put it, if you put it back, you see what I mean?
Yes.
He's like, nah, I don't believe in that crap. Bam. So anyway.
All right. Last but not least, we have the Deadly Sin series, which we just started with Envy. This one was fantastic.
Yeah, not bad for last minute.
Yeah, it was really good for last minute. And hi to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry, I have to read something and then I can wave to everybody. But yeah, this one was so good. And the thing that surprised me, because like I said, I just picked this because it was first in alphabetical order, but it fit so well with all of the discussions for the week, because again, it brings up all of these things that we're talking about looking at everybody else and worrying about everybody else's problems and not doing a lot of self-reflection. And I think this was kind of the why is this not working? Why is this not working? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of the cap to the week.
Yeah, I mean, really, it kind of just flows together. Somehow they usually do. They get pretty good at working out. So like, oh, that one, because everything's connected. That's why I think this works, to be honest with you.
Yes.
You can pull, if you know enough information or done enough research, everything's connected. Everything and everything goes back to the biblical text. If you believe the Bible or not, it's in there. If you want to believe it's historical or somebody just made everything fit in there somehow. Weirdly, but yeah. So like this was a big one, and it's funny because we just happened to get hit. That's one of the issues that we're having, that we're under spiritual warfare and physical attack of people coming after us for doing well, like us. So that's the envy part that we were speaking of. So the best way to combat it is just keep doing better.
Yep.
So we're just elevating. Now we got this series here that we thought would be very interesting. It just happened to start. We were going to start this in 2 weeks, but then all that stuff happened, and then our person that was supposed to be interviewed dropped, and so we did this.
Yep. I think it turned out great.
So it worked out fine.
Yes.
So now we go to our next one. Oh, did you read that?
It.
Did you read it?
Oh shoot. Are you serious? Hold on. Well, I closed it, but.
No, I didn't know if you read it or not. That's why I asked
No.
you.
So let me go to.
Can't wait for karaoke, man. I figured that coming up in a couple weeks, so it'll be fun.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Karaoke.
So the 7 deadly sins have been popularized from the Bible, anime, pop culture, movies, etc. We deal with each one at some point, but one of them tends to dog us more than the others. Christians will tell you to pray, a spiritualist will tell you to meditate, and someone else might even tell you it's not your fault. So recognizing the issue is the start. How do we combat what the Bible and the world considers evil? So our first deadly sin that we did, like you see before you, is envy. And envy manifests itself in how you treat others. Do you find yourself happy for others' success, or do you try to pull them, quote, down to your level? Do you think everyone should be equal? Are you angry if it's not? Maybe you should take a step back and do some self-reflection.
All right. Yeah. And like I said, we already covered that. Does anybody want to talk about that? Any of our panelists? Any of the topics of the week? I think you bring up our 17 just to show everybody. This is the flyer for today.
All right. Oops.
There it is. Good old.
And there's the one for today. Uh-oh, that's the wrong one.
You did bring the wrong one, didn't you?
What?
Yeah, you did grab the wrong one. I sent you the wrong one.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't download it. All right, that's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
We just got a new title.
Yeah.
Chelsey didn't like my title, so we went with her title, which I still like it.
Yeah, I
That was the original title of the show, right there.
Yeah, that was the original title with Poems Across. I was like, it's not good enough.
It was descriptive. I didn't know I was supposed to make it all like cool.
Yeah. So
That's not my
instead,
thing.
it's actually what is it? Words for the soul.
It's right there. How could you not see it? She's so cute.
Words for the soul. I was looking forwards.
All right, so now you can get rid of that now. So you can see
all right.
pretty Chelsey again.
All right.
You should just cover me up next time. I'd rather look at you.
You talk more.
No. But anyway, anybody want to comment on anything that went on during the week? Anybody can come up too if they want to talk about it.
Yep. Pick your favorite topic.
And then I'll get into my thing that I was going to speak about. That kind of covers it. Like it kind of covers everything that we did, right, during the week.
Yeah, I would agree.
It just gives I don't know if it's a spin because it's always there. It's exactly what I said. Like, and it's in the big blue text, but it hasn't. Yeah, it's just there. Nobody has ever thought of it that way. It's kind of weird. There he is. There's another guy.
All right.
How you doing? Yeah, you can speak on any of the topics or all the topics. Glancing blows before we get into.
Been listening for a couple days, without being able to really hop in. Children are not home, so I have a minute.
I tell you, people don't realize,
They
man.
take up a lot of time.
Yeah, they do, and it is pop in, mom, dad. So it's like
I know. I'm like 99% sure 2 of them are knocked out.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. I think Luna went down.
I had to give one of them my sweatshirt.
But anyway, yeah, if you want to speak on any of the topics that you're listening about or have any thoughts on them, yeah, feel free.
I was listening to Envy, yesterday.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
yeah, I'm excited to cover them all.
It's tough. It's tough to fight sometimes, like. 'Cause it like comes from somewhere deep within. I feel like.
Oh
You're
yeah,
envious about something. Like, ooh, I want that. But yeah, self-control is really like the moral of keeping away from those sins.
yeah. They lead people astray and they don't realize it.
Yeah.
Because
Coveting, right?
yeah, is it sin or does it lead to more sin? Itself. So it's very interesting.
It's both, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. It's definitely one, and it's got the potential to be the other. So
Yeah,
either way,
yeah,
should
for
steer
sure.
clear. So what were the words for the soul today?
Words for the soul is that's what we're gonna do after we do the recap. It's basically a poem or a quote that you like. It can be poems or a quote to me. We can go, some do more than others, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You had mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah, so it's always like our second half, so we can have some fun towards the end of the weekend. Just kind of end it off
Yeah, we had
with some
good
fun.
topics this week.
Yeah, they're flowing right
topics
into
this
each
week.
other.
I agree.
Yeah. And like this thing I got to talk about. I'm surprised. The
had you talk about it.
Yeah, the Elohim's letting me do it, but it is what it is. I have to be obedient. I think a lot of people won't like it, but they're not. I'm not here for that. Right? I'm here to offend. I hate to say it, because truth offends people.
Yeah.
It does. It does offend. And like Yeshua, Jesus always said, he actually, people always think of him as like being like loving to everybody, but he even said he came to divide, right? Because you can only be wheat or tear. There's no middle ground. And that's what he's saying is like, like even the cut, when you say about cutting something off, right? Like if it causes you to sin, you cut it off, pluck it out. X, Y, Z. It's even a person he's talking about, right? And it doesn't matter if it's your child, it could be your parent. You're supposed to cut them off if they're leading you down the wrong path. You're just supposed to cut them off. Your best friend, a lot of people won't do that. They'll keep hanging around them. My cousin's doing that.
Yeah, he is.
He can't leave these bad influences alone, and he tries and he goes back. Oh, I'll hang out with them because it's their birthday. Next thing you know, he's partying and he falls back off. You know, it's a shame. It's like Chelsey with cookies. If she doesn't want to eat them, she doesn't buy them, right?
Yep, you would be
I
correct.
thought she doesn't get those cosmic brownies, those little
Exactly
Debbie things.
why I
She
do
loves
not
those things, but she don't buy them, and then she won't eat them.
Yep,
So,
you would be correct.
yeah. Anybody have any thoughts on that, or are we moving on? What time is it? Are we cruising? We're cruising.
Cruising. About halfway in. 30 minutes.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about what happened so far this week, babe?
Yeah, I think that's pretty. Shoot, I said most of mine. I think the envy was the only one I didn't really address, but I think there's so much stuff going on with the progress that we've made. I think even the people on our panel, they feel it. All of these things. We just for TikTok you may not see it, but for a lot of the other places, like we just upgraded our layouts and things like that. There's so much progress that we're doing, and we're always moving and we're always doing things.
Yes.
And when people stand still, like I said, when they want the results but aren't willing to put in the action or effort, that's where that envy can come in, because they're not rooting you on anymore. They're saying, oh, you are a bad person, or you think you're better than everybody, or you think this, you think that. And again, it's like, even after you've conversated with that person, they know you. They've known you for a year. They've known you for months. They've known you for 10 years. It doesn't matter. But all that moment where they think that you have something that they should have, but they aren't actually doing anything to gain it, and then that's when it flips. Again, I don't know what that trigger is for people, but they aren't content. Like we discussed yesterday, Aether had this cool piece of paper that he wrote all these down, and they're not content. And it's like, why are you not content is the first question. And if you're not content, why are you not willing to go after the thing you want?
Because it's hard work. It takes effort.
Complacency and laziness.
Yeah. You know what's so funny?
so.
Like, because I keep getting drawn in, because you know how TikTok is, they just throw you in there. But I've been seeing a lot of these other lives, or people that have lives that normally just talk all about globe stuff, and they're talking about other topics.
Yes.
They're not really good at it, but they're trying. Because that was one of the main things. That's all I ever seen for months, was they just talked about the same thing. Let's go get globies. Let's go get globies. That's all I heard the whole time. And they're trying to do stuff. So, hey, it's cool. They don't have to hate me for it and then do it. So that's kind of weird, but that's on them.
So I guess I'll address to our panel. We'll go to each person. What was your favorite topic this week?
Ooh.
You can pick a favorite flyer and a favorite show if you want.
Favorite play.
Thanks, Grand Rising.
Because then we're gonna get into the poems and all that. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut somebody off.
Paul, I think.
Oh, go ahead, Paul.
Trauma over excuses.
Yep, drama.
Yeah.
All right, so
Dang,
I got
these are.
trauma. I don't know how to clean my house. I got trauma. I can't take care of
we
my
know why
kids.
Paul picks that one.
Yeah.
All right, two
I
for
got
trauma.
I got something shoved up my butt.
Oh my gosh.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't mean that in a literal sense. I just,
Yeah, metaphorical.
yeah.
That's
The literal sense would be my dad shoved his combat boot up my ass because I was lazy.
All right.
So,
Aether's been quiet. He's probably sleeping.
Oh, dude, not
He did a Joanne.
What?
Nobody can sleep like Joanne.
That's good. He's sleeping though.
Snoring.
Falling asleep so many times in my life.
All right. So now this is where it gets kind of interesting. So this is basically for the biblical people, or the people that have studied some of the Bible, or at least, I guess, know some of it. It will make sense. Things have changed in this world, and we know that the great deceiver has deceived people, but they don't really even notice it in front of their own eyes. And I'll give you some examples. All right. So now, like I was talking about, we were talking about trauma and how they just make things up to make people, they get a chance to get away with this. Not their fault. They got XYZ disease, correct? Do you guys understand what I mean? They don't have to take responsibility or anything because it's not them. It's that, right? Do you guys agree with that? Like sometimes it's overused, so nobody takes responsibility, or yeah.
Yeah, they'll blame.
There's no accountability.
Alcoholism was a disease.
Yes. Now, Now check this out.
Condition. The doctor said so. It's like a.
Yes. So here we go, guys. All right. So like. Back in, if you go into biblical stuff, you guys read the Bible or heard biblical stories, they didn't have mental illness. They called it demonic possession. Do you see how they've changed it? They've took the narrative out of the Bible and changed it into mental health, right? Like, that's what they do. Do you guys understand that? And like, we'll go with even... Like now they call it genetics, right? Oh, they have bad genetics, or it runs in the family as genetic, right? But biblically they called that what? Generational curses. Your family was cursed with that. It was, now they've changed it, like it's not your fault because it's genetics. Nobody prays to get that curse taken off like they did biblically. And I'm just giving you like a little outline. So then you have, people call it punishment, but in the Bible, they were lessons. Do you see how they just changed it so we can be a weaker person and don't have to take responsibility or accountability for anything? And, like people can't even notice when prayers are answered anymore. They ignore it because they don't know the voice of the Father. And then they think their prayers aren't answered.
How many people, like receive their prayer? They're like their answered prayers, and they're like, "I manifested it. I will punch you in your throat."
Yes, and then, like I was saying, and I kind of did it. Like I talk about the word divide a lot in Chelsey because you use divide a lot. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of these other words I've used a lot. Like genetics, I use that, and curses a lot, don't I? And like she knows me longer than everybody else on here, but
yeah, I say no, I should let you keep going.
But the divide, like I always talk about, like even in the days when it comes to calendar, right? He divided the light from the darkness, right? Mm-hmm. And then he divided the day and night with evening and morning first day. And Yeshua, Jesus Christ himself, said that he came to divide. Isn't that interesting? He came to divide. Father against brother. Yeah. Father against son, brother against brother, right? Mother against daughter. That's what he came here for. And the reason is because there's 46,000 different denominations just of Christianity based on King James Bible. And like I said, none of them are right because none of them follow the whole thing. They just don't. They cherry pick it. You guys can do your own research and look. There's parts that they don't do. And do you guys remember I was talking about it this week? And we use it with Trump. You guys remember when I was talking about Trump? That all these bad people that we know are bad did not want Trump to be elected. So they were going everything they could to get away from him. And it just reminded me of Jesus, Yeshua, when he talks about Satan does not go against Satan because the house cannot stand if it goes against itself, right? You guys remember that? But what are all these denominations doing? They're all fighting each other. They all have different doctrines. And so that house cannot stand. That's why Christianity is all jacked up. There's not just one. There's many. And they fight against each other. There's some Lutherans that don't like Catholics, and there's some, Pentecostals that don't like the Baptists and all that. Do you guys agree with that? So how can that house stand? So Satan's winning right there. He's dividing the house of God. Any thoughts so far? I can keep going. There's a couple more things I want to do, but
I was just gonna.
Low panel. What you guys doing? Sitting up here, posted up on the panel. You're not gonna
Hey.
I'm teleporting.
I'm gonna mute you. I was gonna say something. Shush.
all right, go ahead. What do you got?
No, you know why they're not talking. No, I think it's they have to think about it. That's when you first told me at lunchtime. You're like, you was laughing because you're like, man, I thought it'd blow your mind, and I was like, but my expectations were off. But it did. But this is the same response that I had. And you couldn't see my face. So it's just, you have to really think about it and put all the pieces together. And this is where it pulls into history for me. Like we've talked about the missing history in the past and how the calendar gets hidden and brought back, which with that is the lost time. And the reason I say that is because they make it or frame it so that our people of the past look like they were cavemen, right? All they had was a stick and they learned how to make fire. That's all they could do.
Right.
Even though we have these amazing buildings that can't be recreated today. And that's where I think it leads into these words as well. And we talk about this with spells. They have planted this spell of fluidity on you.
Yes.
And what that has done is, like you said, we don't take our own accountability because we think we have envy for all of these things. We are convinced that we are better. We are convinced that we are smarter. And we are convinced that the people of the past do not know what they're talking about.
And it's easier to say that it's just bad genetics than it is to say that your family's cursed.
Yeah. Sounds way better.
Or it's easier to say that you have this disease instead of saying that you got a demonic being inside you, right?
Yes. Because then it implies that you have some sort of, you've either done something wrong or have something wrong.
Well, doesn't it take you away from the scriptures?
Yes.
Because no, I don't have demons. I have ADHD. Do you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like all these things are taken away from the Bible. Because if you believe in genetics, then why would you believe in curses then?
You wouldn't.
There you go.
The same thing with they try to convince us of evolution, just on a different scale.
Yep. Or guidance and bad luck, right? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes they can't see the difference between guidance and bad luck. They can be guiding you a certain way and you get a flat tire and you call it bad luck, but you don't know what it saved you on the other side.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do. They'll be, oh man, I'm glad I didn't do that because X, Y, Z happened. I'm glad I wasn't there. Or I couldn't make it. You know, everybody that ate there that day got sick, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't think about that. You're still mad about the flat tire. It's really interesting.
To me, it's almost like they've, I think you phrased it one way, is they've traded the biblical words for worldly ones.
Yeah, and especially if you're supposed to believe in the Bible, why are we letting them change it to that?
Why are we letting them take the rainbow?
Yes. Why do we let them take the rainbow? Why do we let them take 33? Why do we let them take, like I said, the mental illness instead of demonic possession? And maybe some of these, I love you TikTok shop, some of these unnatural things, like even look at the word, we used to have remedies and now they call them cures. When we all know by spell, they changed that word from remedy to cure, and cure means the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Prolong, maintain, preserve. But they've changed it and they've tricked us. Maybe we have more demonic entities that are messing with people more than they need a pill like ADHD or something else. Do you guys get what I mean?
They've convinced us that whatever we have in the world, we need to fix it with the world.
Yes. And they'll tell us because they just didn't know better back then.
Yes. Like I have to laugh. I always think of what was the phrase? Like basically your gut was out of order, or your spleen or something, and that was your ailment. And today they're just starting to get back to us and say, well, you need gut health. And how do you get gut health? You need probiotics. And it kind of reminds me of that. So then were they right that it was about your gut? Or were they wrong about your gut?
Well, like when it comes to like Satan, like I think it's funny with the lesson with Satan, right? That Satan's house can't stand on its own if he fights himself.
Yes.
And it's funny that he uses Satan for that, but that's what the churches have done with 46,000 different denominations.
They've divided themselves.
They divided themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're not even listening to the scriptures. See, when that hit me like that, I was like, wow, they're not even listening to the scripture. And I always say that they're like, I don't believe in all these different ones because none of them follow it. And that's why it didn't never make sense to me. So you have all these people that are not listening or reading the text as the example. All these houses are divided. And then they kind of get away with it by saying at least they all believe in Jesus.
Yes.
But are those all the false Jesuses that's always talked about?
It's a good question.
Because they're not following what Jesus said.
The road
Yes.
to hell is going to be paved by believers. The road to hell will be covered with believers. Just because you're a believer doesn't mean that you were obedient.
Yeah, and it's because I think they've been blinded by the world on what to follow.
The road to hell will be covered in good intentions.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the easiest. You know what's so funny? That's what I said. The devil or Satan, right? The devil, Satan, or a demonic entity will even give you good to take you away. It can take you. It can give you good things. Doesn't have to make you do evil things at all. It just has to get you not to believe in the biblical text. That's all it has to have to do.
Convince you that you can do good works, like you can just be a good person. I'm not as bad as that guy, so I know I'm going to heaven because I'm not that bad. But you're not obedient. You don't put your nose in the word. You're not versed in the word, but you can tell somebody what the series of the show that you watch. That's what's wrong with the world.
And it's not that complex, really. It just isn't. It's right there. It's so simple. It's so simple. And people try to make it so complicated. Like to do the will. I don't know where they got this Jesus love everybody in a way that it's like he's a hippie. Like he didn't correct anybody. I don't know where they got that from.
Is it from the 70s?
Well, I'm talking about like, but they believe it now.
Yeah.
You know how many people like... Oh, go ahead.
The narrative is so askew. Like it's like, go ahead, it's okay. We love everybody. Everybody's gonna go to heaven. All you gotta do is do this, the bare minimum. Jesus loves you. It doesn't matter if you have this mental illness. It doesn't matter if you like the same sex. It doesn't matter if you have unpure thoughts. It just doesn't matter. Just go ahead and believe in the name Jesus, and you're saved. And that is the Kool-Aid that they're drinking.
Well,
and don't wake up from it, though.
And I think it's the non-judgment, right? They're saying like you're not supposed to judge anybody, but that's not true neither. There's righteous judgment throughout the biblical text. That's why you're supposed to tell people when they're going astray. You're not supposed to accept them for their sin. You're just not. And that's the thing I think is like, I would rather tell my family member, my best friend, my child, that they're doing bad in this world and sinning than I would to make them feel good here and accepted here, and then they don't have no chance later. Unless I truly don't believe that's what happens. Like, I think it's a selfish thing to try to treat people good here, knowing that you're helping them lead into a ditch later.
It's actually, that strikes a chord with me.
That's not love.
No, that strikes a chord with me too, because we always have this discussion about selfishness in what we do for each other, right? In our relationship, right? We always make the joke about wanting to do the dishes and making sandwiches the way the other person wants to eat the sandwich and things like that. And that hits it home for me because sometimes I get lazy, right? That's my deadly sin we'll talk about at some point. It's like sometimes I want to take the shortcut because it's easier. It's the habit I have. I'd want to take the path of least resistance. It's the quickest thing right now. But 9 times out of 10, if I take that route, I'm going to pay for it later. If I leave a cup out and I'm like, it'll be fine, I'm just going to run upstairs and run back. Instead of putting it up, putting it away where somebody can't get it. I come back and the cup spilled everywhere, and I have to clean the carpet, I have to clean the couch, I have to do this, I have to do that. And it takes 10 minutes to clean everything rather than just the 10 seconds to move the cup out of the way. And I see this as a similar instance, obviously on a much graver scale, is that why won't you sacrifice a little bit of happiness now to have eternal happiness in the end? Thank you for the heart, me. And that's what we're not willing to do. It's the same, and that's why we see all this horrible relationships right now. People are not willing to sacrifice their own happiness for one instance in order to make the relationship work. I'm not saying suffer. I'm saying sacrifice some happiness. But people won't even do that anymore. All they do is say, no, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this. And it's like, okay, well, I don't like to do the dishes. But guess what? I'm going to do the dishes. Why? Because my family is rewarded because of it. I don't want to have dirty dishes or spend all that money wasted on paper plates. So I'm going to do the dishes, even though it's hard for me. It's my sacrifice. Some people, it's easy. I envy them.
You know what's funny? It's not easy for me to do it. Somebody has to do it. Did you let Marcus up?
Did I?
He was there. You didn't see it?
I'll pop him.
Sometimes I don't because I think you're going to do it. So then I don't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like you keep thinking that people, I don't like doing the dishes. I don't mind listening to some tunes while I'm doing it though. So I'll put some tunes on and I do it. I mean, it's like, because somebody has to do it, right?
Yeah.
It's got to get done. So that's why I do it. She thinks I like it.
No, I don't think you like it, but I know some people they actually do like it. There are people that actually like, it's like cathartic for them.
They say it is.
They make it feel better.
You know, some people do it so they don't have to deal with the kids, right? If you're the one cleaning, you're like, oh, watch the kids and I'll do all this cleaning.
That's true too.
You see what I mean? It gets some time away. It's like the guys, hey, let me go do all these leaves. You got to watch the kids. But
it's just stuff that has to be done.
Yeah,
and it's you sacrifice some time and a little bit of effort, and everybody's happier because of it in the long run.
Yeah,
Everybody could be me.
You know, the thing that really got me though when I was thinking about this is like how obvious it was that they've moved stuff from the biblical narrative and then modernized it through, doctors and science, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, when did that switch? And they'll say like they just didn't know better back then.
Yeah, before my lifetime.
They decided to change it because in the 60s when all the hippies, that's when it started. My feelings about it. No, they don't matter. Shut up. Go to work.
Well, I'm talking about like from like being like a demonic possession to like mental illness.
That's when all that stuff started changing.
Yeah, because like circumcision, right, is in the Bible, and Moses knew that you had to wait 8 days to circumcise a child. They would bleed out.
Thanks, Marcus.
And science just like started coming across that like 19, 20 years ago. But it was in the Bible the whole time. Like, did they just guess that it took 8 days? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. That's what it takes, because there's vitamin K that's released by a child on the 8th day. But but it's been in the Bible the whole time. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah, that's right. It is in the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're supposed to circumcise on the 8th day, and they just now proved it like 19, 20 years ago with science.
Yeah.
But then they say they didn't know anything back then. Which one is it?
Yeah. And that's why they came up, like you said, with the vitamin K.
Yeah, the vitamin
so
K.
So they could do it right then and there at the very beginning.
Yeah,
instead of wait the 8 days.
Yeah, because it's more cost efficient actually.
More cost efficient.
They don't have to bring them back in and then dirty more stuff. They can get them on.
And they charge them for it.
Yes, and they charge them for it.
Yep.
But anyway, I just thought that was a big thing. Is like, yeah, he used the example of Satan being divided amongst itself to not stand, and then that's what the majority of the followers of the biblical texts do. Really interesting. So, anyway, any thoughts on that last? Marcus might want to talk about it.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? So you're not Marcus.
Space. Holy crap!
Hey, where'd Marcus go? Now we're back to the other one.
He was testing it out. I don't think the other one had enough followers.
Oh,
Nice picture.
Okay.
so how you doing, Marcus?
Relatively well. How much followers do you need, Chelsey?
I think 35.
We think 35 is the number right now.
Okay. Well.
And then you
we'll
can
get
go
there, I
live.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put yourself in the chat, then I could follow it. We can get you up pretty quick, actually.
Okay.
So you've been here all week. What do you think?
What is being reviewed? I just got back here.
We reviewed all the texts, and then just your thoughts on what he was just saying, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how far you were in here.
Yeah, that's a question.
Like when I was talking about like how they've changed stuff from the Bible, right? Instead of now they call it genetics, right? You have bad genetics, but then back then they called it generational curses, or now you have mental illness, but back then they called it demonic possession. Or like, even when the woman, or when the apostles asked him, why was that guy blind? He says, so I could do these things. Like they were like, was it because their father was a sinful, or the parents, or was it for him? So like, there's all these things, Oh, go ahead.
The funny thing about their question in that example you just used is they asked, why is that guy? So it's that guy specifically.
Yes.
So the answer they got is kind of funny that it's accurate. It's just they didn't ask about the larger picture.
Yes. Like, why are people blind?
Or these different aspects in general. From a lot of the considerations I've
Thanks,
had,
Sarmi.
it's like the people who are born that requires care, their persistence requires on that care being consistent. So in the same way as your example, it's like, so they could be cared for is why they're there in that current position. Because if they weren't being cared for, they would not persist long, you see?
Yes.
Anyone who's persisting over the years, they're being cared for, and it doesn't take long to be removed physically. So you can see that as it is, it's like it's a big deal in itself.
Yes, like some people don't realize that. Like when a child or somebody is ill, some people ask, well, why did they let this happen? It's usually not for that person. It's for the people around them to take the lesson. And you either accept it and take it, or you run away from it, right? I mean, that's your choice. And some people just don't get it. Some people will blame God for it and then run away from him when it was supposed to do the opposite.
Yes, it's difficult because when we rely on intellectualism and especially fall into feelings, it kind of cascades between the two, and you don't necessarily take the moment to recognize like what you have and what is functioning. And that kind of makes it clear. It's like, okay, well, this is possible, that is possible, because it's available to it. It exists.
Yes. Yeah, I think there's so many levels to it. It's like modern science has taken us away from having to be responsible. Like none of it's us, none of it's this other stuff. It's because we have an ailment.
Yep.
So no responsibility.
And then I think it's a self-defeating. It's self-defeating as well, because they're like, okay, you have this issue, and now instead of saying it's something demonic, it's like, oh no, you just have an ailment. You're stuck with it. It's from your genetics. You're gonna not only have to deal with it for the rest of your life, and there's no recourse, or you have to take something that we provide for you, the pharmacia, right? But now your kids are probably gonna have the same problem, and so now you don't want to have kids because, oh, I don't want them to have the same problems that I have, and it just goes down like it's self-defeating. Then they see there's no hope, and it's Yeah. It never it doesn't lead anywhere good. There's no solution. There's no accountability. There's no solution. It's nihilistic to me.
To basically be living naturally or closer to a natural living, something that you can't provide. They can't say anything else to you besides that very same thing, so you don't worry about it, because it's funny that even at that point it might not necessarily be about obscuring truth. It falls into what they're capable of. So even if they're aware of the truth in detail, they can't tell them anything. Like, hey, there's a specific corner in our state where if you go live there with naturally for a while, you'll get healthier and all these other things. It's how do you sort out the logistics? How do you simplify it to certain people, or as you would say, the masses?
I mean, read the Bible. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, but nobody wants to.
Nobody wants that.
You would have to convince them of that first, right? You're not supposed to convince anybody, but they'd have to believe that.
Yeah.
To follow it.
Yeah.
Just like this whole Satan thing, right? Like when we say that, when I was saying like, he used the example of Satan will not fight Satan because the house would fall, right?
Right.
Nobody thinks of it on the Christian side.
Yeah, they just think yeah, and which is kind of
way over their head.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. But the outside will point it out, but the inside will be like, no, we all believe in the same thing.
I don't think anybody's ever. I never even heard that my whole life.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever heard that?
No.
Like the division between all those denominations is like Satan going against itself?
No.
No. I've never heard it.
No.
Not through none of my research, neither.
Well,
most of them don't think they're divided.
And that when you see it going against itself, another way you can see it and interpret it is like, adversarial in the sense of, let's say you're sparring with somebody. From the outside, it can be seen as adversarial. It's like, why are they fighting, right? If you're not aware that in that craft or that skill set, they're sparring with each other, but the spar is no different than the thing itself. It's just that they don't go as far as to eliminate the other party. So there's a strange place where hopefully it's not going too far, but that oddity is that what could be perceived as it going against itself is at a lower level, right?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, sorry, Marcus.
Hold on.
I didn't catch that very end. Like, were you saying about them going against each other? You mean?
The idea is, or the example is like if you're a boxer and you're sparring with somebody, you're not fully fighting, but it looks like you're. So a lot of that example is that, so the people that are seeing them going against themselves is at a lower level. So it's not, them going as far, but it's enough to seem that way.
So you're trying to say like all those different denominations are sparring against each other, you're saying?
Most likely it creates an entertainment or a spectator kind of situation. But, so long as they don't cast a knockout blow, they can just reel it back and just keep going, you see?
Yeah, but they're not following the biblical text.
But that's the idea of it being subverted, or, there being an issue or a problem to be solved, is that that's potentially what's occurring.
Yeah, because you could always say, even like with Trump's scenario, right? Like maybe they weren't really trying to go against them; they were just making it appear like they were.
Like taco sauce.
Like I've thought of that,
Yes, it gets very complicated. The thing that makes it or distinguishes it from anything else is that it's visible. The fact that we are aware of it. If you have a private conversation with somebody, no, for the most part, nobody else physically would be aware of it. But if you're having that private conversation in front of everybody, then it's not really a conversation anymore. It's part of the show. So anything that could be categorized as being part of the show is already suspect.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, because we would never know all together. I mean, you're never going to know. That's the thing.
All right, with that lull,
All right.
we're gonna call it for our other streams, and then now you guys can continue as well. All right, you guys. So thank you so much, everybody. TikTok, you guys stay right there. Everybody else, come join us on TikTok. Come join in the discussion so we can keep going. And
Get ready to bring your poems
Yes.
and your quotes, your favorite ones. We're about to get going here, and it'll be fun.
yeah,
Let's bring some happiness back,
you got it.
some positivity. I bet you I Marcus might have some good quotes from somebody.
I would think
I
so.
think Jonathan too. I think everybody should.
Yeah.
I think Paul's will be really short and sweet.
I saved all my quotes that I wanted, and I put them on the wrong phone, so now I don't have them.
All right,
I remember some of them.
So we're going to say goodbye to everybody else, and we'll get Daniel's take on this, and then we'll move on to
Yep.
the poems and everything.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us, and don't forget to join the flatouttruth.com. It is, I believe, in working order now. Most of it.
Yeah, most of it.
Merch is working.
Merch is working.
Website's working.
Yes.
And the platform is kind of working.
50-50.
It's just the connection to domain names. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, go there. Go to the website, and you'll see all of our social media. You can go and follow us there, and you can find out where you can see all the replays or the full shows that Chelsey uploads.
I do.
So there's my thing.
All right, and last but not least, make sure you go to jjsgarden.com, use the promo code TFOT for a good deal, and get all of your healthy, homegrown, natural needs, especially his special foot rub. We're gonna make it famous.
You keep saying foot rub.
I keep saying foot rub. It's just
It's not foot rub.
It's not a foot rub. Thank you for the follow.
It's like an ointment.
It's just an ointment. It can be used for
It's for
anything.
pain. It's for pain.
It's for pain.
She keeps saying foot. I wonder if JJ goes, why she keep saying foot? I don't know what he keeps saying, why he keeps saying foot, but he doesn't say that. If you have sore feet, it will work.
Yeah, if you have sore feet, it will work. But if you have anything else that's sore, it will also
Your
work.
back, your
Maybe I'm thinking of
whatever.
our kids. Our kids like their foot rubs. I don't know.
So do I. I like a good foot rub.
That's true.
Anyway, if you guys want to finish up, come over here and join us at the Flat Out Truth on TikTok.
Yes.
So we hope to see you here. We'll still be here. Give us 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Yep.
I'm Paulino B Michael.
I'm Chelsey Michael.
As always, be safe.
Be well. And that's the flat out truth.